during construction and a complete home inspection upon finish. Before the drywall is in place, call AEC at 865-719-8322. AEC. We're power with purpose. We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Putting a bow on Carson-Newman's 14th win of the season. The Lady Eagles win this basketball game by a final margin of 93-65 over the Coker Cobras. Lady Eagles shoot 55% in the game. This is the only show in town. And Carson-Newman wins this contest by a final tally of 93-65 here today. So the Lady Eagles win this basketball game. And now Carson-Newman can turn its sights to Emory and Henry at home here on Wednesday evening at 5:30. That's our next broadcast for you here on the Eagle Sports Network for Lady Eagle basketball. Adam Cavalier is standing by to bring you the men's game as Carson-Newman takes on Coker here today. Cav takes over when we come back. Final score once again, Carson-Newman 93, Coker 65 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Final!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network. This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
Shot up in transition. No, Bowens follows through and jams it down with two hands.
We're getting you set for game day with the countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, the official beverage of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing laser-focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service-built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Quality Suites, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Beats Bush at the right point. Around a Dyer left wing. Dyer wants another three. Splash! Rin ace in fuego!
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman set to match wits with the Coker Cobras for the first time in 422 days. Eagles and Cobras opened up the 2021 season way back on November 21st. The Cobras picked up their biggest win in series history, 67-53 over Carson-Newman to snap an 11-game losing streak to the Eagles. And retribution, Carson-Newman hasn't had a shot at it against the Cobras since then. We'll see how things shake out today. Only show in town here inside of Holt Fieldhouse in the South Atlantic Conference. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. AEC, it is your trusted energy partner, member-owned and service-driven. Chuck Benson's pregame comments heads your way when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off as Carson-Newman makes the return to Holt Fieldhouse on a snowy Monday afternoon. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you get ready for the Coker Cobras, and it has been a minute since you've had to challenge the Snakes. 422 days since the last time you met Coker. You opened the 2021 season with a loss in Hartsville and haven't played them since due to COVID and just the nature of this year's schedule. What sticks out to you about a Coker club that has probably had as many lineup issues as anybody in the SAC this year due to injuries, COVID, 12 different starting lineups for the Snakes in 15 games?
Well, I mean, obviously they've had a lot to face with that. We all have to some degree or another.
I'm much more intrigued by the fact that the warm-blooded reptiles came north in the midst of a snowstorm, and went way out of the way to be here. They added time to their drive going through Georgia just to get here. So they obviously really want to play this game, and we obviously really want to play this game. So despite the frigid air outside, I think it's going to be hot in Hope Fieldhouse today.
You look internally, back-to-back road wins. Tough to do in this league, especially where you just played in Catawba and Lenore-Rhine. What can you take away? What lessons do you take away from those two and build on success here at home?
Well, I think the biggest was the difference between the end of the game at Catawba versus the end of the game at Lenore-Rhine. Both came down to the wire, and I felt like we had a lead that should have been able to stand at Catawba, but we, due to our own miscues and mistakes, it didn't. And then we worked on that for a couple of days to clarify and improve, and we more or less faced the same kind of scenario at Lenore-Rhine, but handled it much better. So that experience alone was worth it. And then, of course, to come out with 2 wins, that's icing on the cake.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Coker, a slew of guys who are capable of doing things, but like we mentioned with the lineup issues earlier, Chandler Lindsay's been out at times. Dakota Jennings has been out at times. Really the one consistent player that the Cobras have counted on night in, night out has been Williams Onioti. What sticks out to you about his game down low in the post?
Well, we're assuming that they're going to be 100% healthy and full strength today. We've prepared in that way. And then if they're not, we deal with that reality as well. But Onioti has done a really good job of stepping up and delivering. Both he and another kid, Jarius Snell, have come on, and I think they, between the two of them, put 40 points on the board against a really, really tough Tusculum team in their very last game. So no matter who they have, we know they're going to be well coached, they're going to be prepared, they're going to really be tough, physical, competitive, and it'll be a challenge for sure.
You look at this stretch of games, 2 within 3 days. You get a little 5-day respite, but then gear up for 3 straight on the road in 6 days at Wingate, at Anderson, and at Lincoln Memorial. What lessons do you impart to your team for this game with an eye on a tough 3-game stretch on the horizon?
I'll be honest with you, we're not looking at all towards the future right now. We're trying to be very much in the moment, knowing that our best is required every game, and we're trying to be as present as possible. So we'll let the future come as it may, and we will after this game we will sort of hit the reset button and start our preparations for those games. But right now we're not doing anything in regards to that, and are literally just trying to be the best we can be in this moment against this opponent.
All right, Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Cobras.
Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup set your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off returns after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Fires the three, and
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman reigns over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, the Carson-Newman Chick-fil-A, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, the Tennessee National Guard, by Magaha Electric, InterDigital, Quality Sweets, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back at Old Fieldhouse, it's Carson-Newman and Coker. On the noggin today, we'll let Michael Watrang handle the pregame introductions.
For a 6-foot sophomore guard from Florence, South Carolina, Jordan Jones. A 6'5" sophomore forward out of Holly Hill, South Carolina, number 5, Jamoris Snell. A 6'5" junior forward from Rayford, North Carolina, number 14, Williams Onioti. A 6-foot sophomore guard out of Columbia, South Carolina, at number 15, Thomas Taylor. Coker is coached by Jared Morrell. And now the starters for your Carson-Newman Eagles. A 6'5" senior forward out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee, number 10, E.J. Bush. A 6'3" junior guard out of Greenville, South Carolina, number 12, Luke Brannigan. A 6'4" freshman guard out of Weaverville, North Carolina, number 14, Ren Dyer. A 6'9" junior center out of Charlotte, North Carolina, number 24, Bryant Thomas. And a 6'3" senior guard out of Nashville, Tennessee, number 50, Trip Davis. Carson.
All right, pregame introductions out of the way as Carson-Newman aiming for a 5th straight win this season, while Coker trying to snap a 13-game road losing streak. Coker's not victorious away from Hartsville since February 26th, 2020. That was the final road game of the 1920 season at Newberry, 77-76. The 10th longest active road losing streak in the country. And the Cobras trying to do it without 3 pretty big cogs. Chandler Lindsay, 13 points per game. Malcolm Kennedy, 14 points per game. Dakota Jennings, 6 a night, all not here. As the lineup of Anderson, Jones, Snell, Onioti, and Tyler, that hasn't been used in a game this season for Jared Merrill. He's had to shuffle the lineups a ton. Eagles in the pristine home whites with blue numbers, navy jerseys for the Cobras with gold numbers trimmed in white. Snell versus Thomas for the jump. Thomas wins the tip, and the Eagles bring the basketball from left to right to open up this ball game. Carson-Newman faces some zone defense out of the Cobras on the opening possession. Brennigan off into the left corner for Dyer. Skip it Davis right wing. Davis drives on Jones, drops it off Thomas, right block, goes up and throttles it home with 2 hands on top of DeMar Anderson. 2-0 Eagles lead it. First time this season that Carson-Newman has opened the game with a dunk. 2-0 Eagles lead. 30 seconds in. Carson-Newman gets back in its matchup zone as the Cobras bring it front court. 5 out for the Cobras to open up offensively with 10 to shoot. Left wing. Jones bounces to a cutter. Left baseline. Onioti, reverse layup. Sends it in from left to right across the face of goal. Good finish at the cup by Williams Onioti. Very efficient at 59% on the season to tie it at 2 a minute in. Cobras get back in a 2-3 zone. Almost has the matchup look that the Eagles do. Left corner. Trip Davis with it. Davis feeds it Brennigan left wing. Back to Davis left corner. Pump fakes a 3. Now passes into the paint and it's kicked by Onioti as he was leaping into the air. Shot clock should reset to 20 on the kick ball. And there it does. Eagles will inbound from the left baseline. So Ren Dyer will be the trigger man. Looks inside for Bush left block, turns right into the lane, shot up with the right hand off the back iron, rolls around the left side of the rim and off the front lip. And Jones scoops up the board for the Cobras. Coker spread out offensively against the zone for the Eagles. 2-2 ball game, 90 seconds in. Left wing, Snell down into the left corner for Anderson. Anderson back to Snell ahead of the key. Around the Hornet goes with 8 to shoot. Right point, Jones dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it out ahead of the key for Tyler. Back to the right corner. Here is a 3. Front of the 10, no good as the buzzer sounds from Jones. Eagles sprint front court. Dyer, left corner, transition 3 ball, snaps the cords. Dyer from distance, Eagles ahead by 3. 5-2, 2 minutes into the contest. Coker works from right to left with the basketball. Navy blue jerseys, gold numbers trimmed in white. Right point. And into the right corner for Anderson. Floats it around the perimeter to the left wing, Tyler. Back out of the key, Onioti. Drives on Brennigan, gets the right block, lays it up over top of Thomas. Altered his shot. Bush snags the rebound, middle of the paint for the Eagles. Cian flies up the floor. Davis, right baseline, twirls, feeds, middle of the lane, whistle, foul. Charge this to whom? To Williams Onioti. His first, team's first. Coker makes a change. Glenn Bynum Jr. and Raymond Bellamy into the game, replacing Anderson and Thomas Tyler, who's making his second start of the season in his 5th game played. Eagles a chance to extend a 3-point lead on this possession. Brennigan fouled on the perimeter by Jordan Jones, his first, team second. Well, it is going to be really interesting to watch what Jared Merrill does with his rotation. No Chandler Lindsay, the leading scorer. No Dakota Jennings, who hasn't played a ton this season but is a known commodity. And no Malcolm Kennedy for Jared Merrill. Eagles go to the right corner. Wide open look at a 3 from Dyer. Missed it short front of the 10. Bellamy goes up to pull in the rebound on the right block for the Snakes. Cobras bring it front court. Out of the key for Jones. Jones chest pass over to the right wing for a long 3, and Janarius Snell knocks it down. Snell, a 30% shooter, makes that one. It might have been a 2. No, give it a 3. 5-5 ball game, 16:47 to play first half. Cobras get it front court. Bush in the high post, free throw line. Jay knocks it down from 15. E.J. Bush, pure from the middle of the lane, 7-5. Eagles by a pair, 16:34 to play in the first half. Coker onto the offensive end. Right wing for Snell. He launches another triple and converts. Coker takes the lead for the first time today. 8-7, heating up from long range. The Cobras are 2 of 3. 8-7 lead for Coker, 16:15 to play in the first half. Eagles look for an answer on this possession. Started 3 of 5 from the field. Downstairs it goes. Bush right block. Turns, shoots over top of 2 defenders. And E.J. Bush converts at the cup. Bush with 4, 9-8. Eagles retake the lead. 15:57 to play first half. Cobras onto the offensive end. Bellamy to the left of the lane. Loose ball grabbed by Bynum. Still loose. Trip Davis with active hands. Grabs it, maintains dribble, and draws a foul. And this will bring us to a break in the action. Foul goes on Glenn Bynum Jr., his first, team's third. Eagles force the first turnover of the game to bring us to a break in the action. 15:45 to play in the first half. It's 9-8 Carson-Newman over Coker. We're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Cold outside, but the shooting inside of Holt Fieldhouse is hot in the early going. Both the Eagles and Cobras shooting better than 60% from the field. It's added up to a 9-8 lead for the Eagles here with 15:45 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman basketball off the first turnover of the day for either team. Cobras stay in their zone out of the break. Bowens, left corner with the ball. Dribbles once with the right hand, flips it to Davis, back in the left corner with 15 to shoot. Davis swings Dyer, head of the key, back to Davis, left wing, pump fakes a three, steps right, now fires one up, and Davis knocks it down. Carson-Newman started 2 of 3 from range. They've built a 4-point lead, biggest of the day for the Eagles after the Cobras grabbed an 8-7 lead. It's been 5 straight for Carson-Newman. Eagles in their matchup zone as Coker gets it front court. Onioti, left corner with the ball for the Cobras with 12 to shoot. Circles it out, head of the key for Anderson. Switch it right wing, Snell. Deep look at a three. Defender sagged off of him, and Snell knocks it down from 27 feet. Brings Coker back within 1. Snell feeling it early. He's got 9 of the Cobras' 11 points. Carson-Newman gets it front court. Brennigan, head of the key for Carson-Newman. Into the high post, Bowens, run dribble, kick out Dyer, left corner, catch triple, left it long. Hadzik taps the rebound up, couldn't control it. Onioti snares it on the left side of the lane for the Cobras. Coker's made its last 3 shots. They've started 4 of 6 from the floor and 3 of 4 from deep. Coker, Anderson, Snell, Onioti, Bynum, and Bellamy on the floor for Jared Merrill's unit. Left block. Bynum turns, hits the right point for Anderson. 5 to shoot. Anderson. Right hand dribbles, 3 and 2. Anderson pull up, long 2, left elbow, rattles it home. Coker with 5 straight to retake the lead. 13-12, 13:57 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman works front court. Davis for Brennigan at the head of the key. Overhand pass, Davis left wing. Davis drives to the cup, gets into Onioti and draws a foul. Good situational awareness by the Eagles. That's a second personal on Williams Onioti, one of the most reliable posts in the South Atlantic Conference, and he presumably will head to the bench in foul trouble after the 4th personal on the Cobras. Trip Davis to the line to shoot 2 for Carson-Newman. Davis bends the knees, flips the first free throw up, front iron, backboard, and down through the hole. Tie game, 13-13. Been back and forth here early. 3 ties, 3 lead changes. Both teams shooting better than 60%. One more free throw from Trip Davis. Spins this one up. Rattles in and out, no good. And Onioti stays in the game with 2 fouls. And the Cobras will bring it from right to left. Onioti, Jalen Ray into the game for the first time. Just his 4th appearance of the season with 15 total minutes. Jones, left wing. Finds the head of the key for Bellamy. Bellamy, underhand flip for Jones. Back to the right corner for Snell. Tosses into the paint. Onioti missed the runner. Loose ball left of the lane. Trip Davis saves it in, but he's the last one to touch it. Shot clock at 2 as the Onioti layup did not hit the rim. So 2 seconds for the Cobras to get off a shot and break this 13-all tie. And now the officials say reset the shot clock to 20. I did not think Onioti's layup hit the rim. So Cobras with nowhere near as much pressure now. Inbounds, a backdoor pass, right block, will not fall from Jones. Hadzik had the rebound, but tapped it right to Jones. Feeds a cutting Onioti, middle of the lane. His bunny won't fall. Rebound loose left of the lane. Onioti takes it away from Brennigan. Third chance for the Cobras. Leaner on the way from Ray, but he powers through Dyer, and Dyer draws a charge. Layup didn't fall, but Ray picks up his first, and the team's fifth. Coker oodles of chances at the cup on that possession, but nothing to show for it. After starting 5 of 7 from the field, Cobras missed 3 shots on that possession alone. Eagles come away with it, looking to retake the lead. Bowens at the right elbow, spins around right block, lost the handle on it. Jones the steal. Jones 3-on-1. Gets it ahead to Snell, who races to the rim and throws it down with the right hand. 15-13 Cobras, snakes ahead by 2, their biggest lead. Eagles front court. Dyer into the paint for Bowens at the right elbow. Bowens slips it to Brennigan in the right corner. Brennigan, right wing, pops for a 3. Front of the tin, no good. Hadzik reaches up to tap the rebound, and it goes out of bounds to Coker. 12:28 to play first half. Carson-Newman hasn't made a shot in the last 2:36. Granted, part of that is because that last Coker possession took near a minute off the clock. Eagles with a miss and a turnover in the interim. Cobras looking to extend this 2-point lead. 15-13 with 12:15 to go in the first half. Coker with it front court. Onioti loses it to Ray at the free throw line. Flips it out to the left wing for Tyler. Back to the head of the key for Jones. 7 to shoot. Left wing, a 3. Tyler misses it badly off the right iron. Hadzik grabs the rebound for Carson-Newman, and the Eagles bring it left to right. Left corner, Brennigan spins to the baseline, backs it out to the left wing, and enters it into the post for Hadzik. Hadzik back out to Dyer, left wing. Dyer drives, drops it off Bowens, middle of the lane, goes up with the right hand. That won't fall. Rebound out to the right wing for Davis. Second chance Eagles. Davis scooting into the middle of the lane. Made the layup, but Tyler Bowens got him open with a moving screen. First on Bowens, first on the Eagles, and that brings us to a break in the action. 15-13. Coker leading Carson-Newman with 11:41 to play in the first half. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
15-13, Coker has the lead on Carson-Newman as the Eagles have gone 2 minutes without a bucket. 11:41 to play in the first half. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside. Parker Profit running the show back inside of network control as the Cobras an opportunity to extend a 15-13 lead on this possession. Moving from right to left in the Navy jerseys. Anderson, Jones, Onioti, Bellamy, and Ray on the floor for the Cobras, who go for round one on this possession. Coker, right wing, and now into the right corner for Ray. Ray draws Zhao at the base of the zone, gets it to the head of the key, Jones. A drive to the cup, layup over top of Thomas, rattles in. High difficulty for Jones. Thomas adjusted his shot. Jones still got it to go. 4 for the Cobras lead, 17-13, their biggest. 11:01 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Luke Brennigan, Nick Brennigan, E.J. Bush, Bryant Thomas, John Zhao on the floor for the Eagles. Bush into the lane, stops, shoots over top of Ray. Ray altered his shot, Bush shorts it. And the Cobras corral the basketball and continue a 2.5-minute Eagles scoring drought. Carson-Newman looking for a stop. Cobras have made 54% of their shots here in the first half. 10:30 to play in the first half. Coker slowing the pace once they get into their half-court offense. Jones with 8 on the shot clock. Moves it to the left corner for Ray. Back to the left wing, Jones. Jones drives inside, drops it off. Onioti left block. He lays it in as the shot clock expires. Coker up by 6. Biggest lead of the day for either team. 19-13 Cobras with 10:06 to play in the first half. Eagles trying to snap a 3-minute scoring drought. Zhao feeds Thomas right block, kicks it Brennigan head of the key, around to the older brother Luke left wing. Contested triple is long off the heel. Onioti goes up to pull in the rebound. Cobras either a 6-0 or an 11-1 run, depending on how you want to look at it, to take the lead after they trailed by 4. 19-13 Cobras, 9:40 to play in the first half. Cobras looking for their first road win in nearly 2 years. Late February 2020, the last time the Cobras went away from the Deloach Center. Right wing, Cobras pull a 3. Jones rattles it in and out, no good. And then the rebound grabbed on the right baseline by Bellamy. Cobras taking the shot clock deep, playing slow. Left wing, Jones has it with 6 to shoot. Jones into the lane, fades from the free throw line, knocks down a tough 15-footer. That's 4 for Jones. Cobras 9 of 16 from the field. They lead by 8 with this 8-0 or 13-1 run. Trip Davis, a free throw. The lone points for the Eagles in the last 6 minutes. Haven't scored in 4+. Bush at the left elbow. Feeds Brennigan head of the key. Brennigan, chest pass, 2 of them, down to Zhao in the left corner. Zhao hoists up a triple and spins it in. So John Zhao stops a string of 5 straight misses for the Eagles and ends a 4-minute, 40-second scoring drought. Carson-Newman within 5, 21-16 with 8:30 to play in the first half. Cobras slowly walk it up the floor against the Eagles zone. Left of the lane for Anderson. 2 passes around to the right wing, Bellamy. Bellamy drives to the cup. Tough layup, will not fall. Zhao with the box out on Ray, wins the rebound for the Eagles. C in front court, Nick Brennigan, left wing, pulls a 3. In and out, no good. Bush, the offensive rebound. Turns, scoops a pass to Luke Brennigan, head of the key. And then a reach-in foul called on Raymond Bellamy, his first, team 6th. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. It's service you can trust and value, you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC. Member-owned and service-driven. 21-16, Carson-Newman the lead. Coker the lead. Carson-Newman the basketball. Friendly reminder, Eagle fans, that Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Lisa's Country Kitchen, serving the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Carson-Newman ball. Bush with it right corner. Left around to Brennigan, screen into the lane. Bush muscles up a shot from 10. Clanks off the right side of the rim, the backboard, and down through the cords. 5 straight for Carson-Newman to counteract that 13-1 run and take what was an 8-point Coker lead down to 3. 7:40 to play in the first half. Eagles looking for another defensive stop. Won't get one. Good ball movement. Coker finds Anderson wide open on the right block. Nice feed from Onioti, and lead back to 5 for the Cobras. 23-18, 7:24 to play first half. Carson-Newman works at front court. Brennigan. For Brennigan into the high post. Bush, right elbow jumper, good from 15 for EJ. EJ Bush has 8, Carson-Newman down 3. 23-20, 7:10 to play in the first half. Both teams shooting the ball well. Eagles sitting at around 50%, a shade under it. Coker at 53%. 7 minutes to play first half. Cobras with a 3-point edge. Right wing, Snell jacks up another 3. This one short front of the 10, and then a whistle and a foul on the rebound. Charge it to EJ Bush. His first, team second, and that brings us to a break in the action. Coker 23, Carson-Newman 20. Coker looking for its first road win in nearly 2 years. Eagles trying to hand the Cobras a 14th straight road loss. It's the Snakes by 3, 6:53 to play in the first half. Here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
6:53 left in the first half. Coker, a 23-20 lead on Carson-Newman on the back of 53% shooting and a 3 of 7 effort from range. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Coker enters the ball into the backcourt where Bynum chases it down. And the Cobras get it back onto the offensive end against the Eagles zone. 10 to shoot. Right point, Anderson. 6 and 5 into the high post. Davis, a deflection out to the left wing. Bynum crowds it. 2 and 1. Pass, left block. Onioti didn't get the layup off in time. Shot clock violation. And that's what Coker risks by playing the way they do, milking every second of that shot clock. Have one of those looks at the 10. Don't release it in time. Ball back to the Eagles on what should have been an easy bucket for Onioti. Davis, right corner, pulls up for a 3 for the Eagles. In and out, no good. Long rebound, punched into the backcourt. Nick Brennigan snags it for Carson-Newman, and the shot clock resets. Brennigan bounce into the high post. Bowens, right hand dribbles at the head of the key, stops, turns, and looks to pass. Floats it left corner for Dyer. 7 to shoot. Dyer feeds Bowens middle of the lane. His dunk attempt redirected. Bowens, right elbow, hits Brennigan head of the key. Catch 3 on the way. Back iron, no. Rebound loose, right of the lane, and snagged by Jones. Off to the races go the Cobras. And a loose ball, nearly turn it over. Now do. Trip Davis a steal. Williams Onioti shaken up. Davis hits Dyer running the middle of the lane. Drops it off Butts left block. Dyer out of control. Gets called for the charge. First personal on Dyer. Third team foul on the Eagles. 23-20, Coker leading, 5:39 to play in the first half. It has been frenetic here out of that last media after Coker played very deliberately early. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located just 10 miles from campus, Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. That's 423-585-4000. And ask for the Carson-Newman rate at Quality Suites of Morristown. Right point, Snell a triple, won't go down off the front of the 10. Butts up with the rebound for the Eagles, and CN can tie with a 3 on this possession. Davis accelerating to the cup, glides to the left around Onioti, and whistles it in off the window. Smooches for Tripp. Davis has 6, Carson-Newman has pulled within 1 after trailing by 8 after a 13-1 Coker run. Cobras onto the offensive end. At the free throw line, Bynum has it. Around the horn it goes, Onioti right wing. 4 round 1 for the Cobras against the zone. Bynum right of lane, tough, off balance, fadeaway Jay, 14 feet out, right side of the paint. Drops through the nylon. Stops a 2.5-minute Coker scoring drought. Hits him up by 3. 25-22, 4:40 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bowens, bounce pass to a backdoor cutting Ren Dyer. Too hard, too hot to handle, and out of bounds. Eagles turn it over for a 4th time. 4:34 to play first half. 25 for Coker, 22 for Carson-Newman. And Coker doing this with no Chandler Lindsey, with no Malcolm Kennedy, and with no Dakota Jennings. Granted, Jennings has only played 3 games, but he's a good player for Jared Merrill. They aren't even in the building today. Not on the, were scratched from the book, so not even available. Coker with it front court, leading by 3 on the back of 52% shooting here in the first half. They have elected to milk clock on every possession, taking the shot clock deep. Bynum, left block, turns and shoots over Thomas. Can't get the bunny to go. Onioti and Dyer scrapping for the rebound. It's out of bounds off of Onioti. And back to Carson-Newman it goes. Hey, Eagle fans, check out the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles at shopcneagles.com. Features more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. shopcneagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman with it front court. Pass across the key from Davis is anticipated and intercepted by Anderson. Then he turns it back over to Rendire. Davis feeds Bush right block, hop step into the lane, right elbow Jay. Davis knocks it down, count it, plus a foul. Check that, that was Bush with the made two. And the foul goes on Snell. His first, team 7th. E.J. Bush to the line with an opportunity to tie it at 25 when we get back to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
My name is Cadet Amber Calvillo. I'm in the 278th in the Army National Guard, and I currently go to Carson-Newman. I joined the Tennessee Army National Guard for the experience mainly, so I can say that I'm a part of something totally bigger than myself.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
3:47 left to play in the first half. A 25-24 lead for Coker over Carson-Newman. Cobras had an early 5-rebound advantage. Eagles have trimmed that away down to 2. And since that little 4-minute scoring swoon for Carson-Newman, the Eagles have erased what was an 8-point Coker lead and gotten it down to 1 with 3:47 to play in the first half. E.J. Bush is at the line for the Eagles to try to polish off the and-one opportunity. It rattles out left side, and Snell snares the rebound in the middle of the lane for the Cobras, clad in blue with gold numerals trimmed in white. And the Cobras walk it from right to left with a 1-point lead in hand. Anderson, head of the key for the Cobras. Dribbles it to the left wing, picked up by Davis at the top of the zone. Back up top, Anderson. Anderson, 7 to shoot. Left wing for Snell. Snell drives inside, gets the cup, and has his shot erased by Thomas. 2-on-2 break, Eagles the rebound. Davis, Euro stepping into the lane, layup won't go. Bush got his paws on the rebound, but loses it to the right block to Bellamy. Tough shot for Trip Davis, and E.J. Bush couldn't corral the rebound for a second chance opportunity. Coker slows the pace again, leading by 1 at the 3-minute mark first half. Cobras turn it over. Davis a steal at the head of the key, rolls to the left block and lays it in to give the Eagles the lead. 26-25. Tripp puts Carson-Newman back in front. 4th lead change of this one. Cobras have led by as many as 8. Eagles by as many as 4. 26-25. Carson-Newman back on the front foot with 2:35 to play in the first half. Cobras on the offensive end with 12 to shoot. Ray cuts the middle of the lane. Layup up. Thomas redirects it. Thomas grabs the rebound, gets it to Dyer. Dyer up the left sideline. Start and stop move on Anderson. Gets to the rim, and Dyer draws a foul. Charge this to Anderson, his first, team's 8th, so 2 free throws for Wren. Well, Bryant Thomas is on shot block watch. He's got 2 of them today already. 2 more, and he becomes the 2nd guy in school history with 100 career blocks. Dyer's first free throw off the left side of the rim, no good. Eagles struggling from the stripe today, 1 of 4. They've been really good away from Holt these last 2, shooting above 75% against both Lenore Ryan and Catawba. 1 more free throw for Dyer. Lines it up. That one long off the heel. 0 for 2 trip. Carson-Newman 1 of 5 at the line. Lead holds at 1 for the Eagles. Coker hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. 26-25 Carson-Newman, 2:10 to play in the first half. Snell, right wing into the right corner for Bellamy. Bellamy draws a trap, drops it off Snell, right block. Cutter to the left side of the lane for Anderson. Anderson fouled in the act of shooting by Bryant Thomas. Got the ball clean, but kicked the legs and picks up his first and the team's fourth. So DeMar Anderson, who's 10 of 15 at the line on the season, heads to the stripe. Anderson spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right, and knocks down the free throw. First free throw attempts for the Cobras. And that one stops a nearly 3-minute scoring drought for Coker. 26-26 with 2:01 to play in the first half. One more free throw. Sends it up. Front iron, no good. Bush snags the rebound. And then officials say that it was deflected out of bounds off of Bush's foot. So Coker with a second chance here to retake a 26-26 lead. Inbounds comes from Jordan Jones, left baseline. Jones. Chest pass out to the right point. Ilo action down to Bynum, middle of the lane. Back out to the head of the key, Anderson. Flick it for Bellamy, right block. Bellamy turns, hits Snell. Left wing, open look at a 3. Back of the 10, no good. Dyer elevates for the board, right baseline for the Eagles. Seeing races left to right with 100 seconds left in the first half. Brennigan for Dyer at the head of the key. Back to Brennigan, right wing. Ilo action to Bush, right block. Bush, kick out Brennigan, right wing. Drives inside on Jones, gets to the cup, right-hand floater, will not fall, short off the front of the 10. And DeMar Anderson snags the rebound for the Cobras. 80 seconds left in the first half, all square at 26. Offense has kind of left the building over the last 5 minutes of this one. Cobras haven't made a shot in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And they will slow the pace. 7 seconds to get a shot off. Anderson, one-on-one with Brennigan, head of the key. Drives inside. Brennigan just straight up stripped him. Luke Brennigan takes it away. Eagles bring it front court off of the 7th Anderson turnover. Davis, right wing. Dribbles inside, gets it to Bush, right baseline. Jay from 10 won't go down. Dyer taps the rebound, but it's into the hands of Glenn Bynum Jr. So Newman can't get the shot to drop. Still all square at 26. Coker will get it front court and call for time to burn the use it or lose it timeout with 37 seconds left in the first half. So Coker calls for time to chat things over and draw something up. Coker, if it hustles, has a shot to go 2 for 1 with 37 seconds left on the game clock and 21 on the shot clock. Carson-Newman hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Coker hasn't made a shot in 4 minutes. Cobras have had some field goals in the interim, or some free throws, I should say, in the interim, but no made shots from the field. And the Cobras, see what Jared Merrill's crew has drawn up here. Trying to break this 26-all tie with 37 seconds left in the first half. And they will milk that clock. No 2 for 1 here. The game clock rolls inside of 25 seconds, the shot clock inside of 8. Out of the key, Snell flashes open for a 3, left it short front of the 10. Offensive rebound by Bellamy. Bryant Thomas redirects that one into the stands, and it's off of a Cobra. Well, that Tony Wisnant originally signaled Carson-Newman ball, and he corrects himself. It's Coker basketball. So block 99 for Bryant Thomas sends it out of bounds. Bush and Thomas will exit so that they don't pick up second personals. Bowens and Butts are in. Negligible difference, shot clock to game clock. This can be the final play of the period for the Cobras. 26-all tie. Offense has left the building over the final 6 minutes of the half. 5, 4. Head of the key. Jones drives down the right side of the lane. Gets the cup. Left-hand leaner. Will not fall over top of Joshua Butts. And that brings us to the halftime break where everything is square at 26 apiece. Coker doesn't make a shot over the final near 5 minutes of the second half. Carson-Newman doesn't score over the final 3 minutes of the first half. And it adds up to a 26-all tie at the halftime break. ShopCNEagles.com halftime report heads your way when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Dyer, the trailer. Swats Hawks out of bounds. A highlight reel stuff by the freshman.
Now, back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, halftime at Holt Fieldhouse, where there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that Carson-Newman has suffered through its lowest scoring half of basketball of the season. Just 26 points in the first half for the Eagles. The good news is that Carson-Newman is tied with Coker. 26-26 at the halftime break. First time this year that the Eagles have drawn even with a team at the halftime break. And Carson-Newman will look for touch better form in the second half. Teams were hot early, and boy, did the offenses really go cold late. Coker just 3 points over the final 6:53 of the first half, but Carson-Newman really couldn't take advantage. Eagles only score 6, and the Eagles scoreless over the final 2:53 of the period after Trip Davis hit a layup to give Carson-Newman the lead. So really interesting kind of vibe and feel to this one. Literally everything is even. Both teams have made 11 shots. Both teams have hit 3 threes. And both teams have made 1 free throw. Carson-Newman probably feels that a little bit more has been left on the table. Coker is +6 on the glass thanks to 7 offensive rebounds. But the Cobras only have 1 second chance bucket, just 2 second chance points for the Cobras in spite of the rebounding edge. Carson-Newman shared the ball well, 9 assists on 11 buckets. But not able to find the shots to drop there late in the first half when potentially they could have stretched things out. So Coker probably happy. Both teams probably beating themselves up a little bit in the halftime locker room because there were opportunities to extend the lead there late in the first half. Neither team able to take advantage. Carson-Newman paced by E.J. Bush. He has 10 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Tripp Davis has 8, and nobody else for Carson-Newman has more than 3. Bryn Dyer with 3, Bryant Thomas with 2, and John Zhao with 3. Meanwhile, Coker, it was Janarius Snell who got hot early, made his first 4 shots in his first 3 threes, but he's missed everything since. He has 11 points to lead the Cobras, who shoot 39% from the field in the first half. Coker looking for its first road win since late February 2020, 2 seasons ago. It's been 13 straight road losses for the Cobras. Eagles looking to, at long last, get some revenge from Coker, picking up the biggest win in series history for the Cobras down in Hartsville. Last time the teams played in on November 21st, 2020. Adds up to all square the halftime break here inside of Holt. Not much else happening in the South Atlantic Conference today. We'll tell you about the women's game when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, where things are all square for the first time this season. Carson-Newman and Coker tied at 26 at the halftime break. The Cobra's already out of the locker room and warming up. Earlier today, Carson-Newman's women pile-drived the Cobras 93-65. These two games, the only games in the South Atlantic Conference that are in action today. Makeups from January 5th due to positives within the Cobras program, and kudos to Coker for getting here. Left yesterday, and Hartsville, exactly a straight shot, but you more or less go South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee to avoid the snowstorms. Cobras wanted to get these games in. They came up through Atlanta, so a lengthy trip for Coker. And at least on the men's side, as it impacted the Cobras, who played fairly well in that first half of basketball, en route to tying the Eagles at 26 in the first half. On the women's side, good balance for Carson-Newman in that 93-65 win. Braylon Weichel, 22 points on an efficient 8 of 16 night. She was 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. Lindsey Taylor sniffed a double-double with 21 points and 8 rebounds. 2 of 5 Lady Eagles in double figures. Sydney Pierce, a career high with 16 points and 6 boards. Skylar Boshiers had 12 points and 5 assists. And Campbell Pendland, a 10-point night. Addison Bird playing the role of distributor. She led the team with 8 of their 29 assists with 4 boards and just 2 points. So Mike Mincy's group got the job done thanks to a great fourth quarter and a solid first half. Had a bit of a swoon in the third, but outside of that, Carson-Newman's women roll past the Cobras 93-65. Men's basketball hoping for a quality second half as well, trying to win a 5th consecutive game. Take a more crisp offensive effort, a more complete defensive effort to get there, especially on the glass against a Coker team that has shown that they're willing to slow things down. And I would have to say that stylistically might be impacting Carson-Newman a little bit. Eagles have had a lot of success when they've gotten in transition. A third of their points have come on the fast break today. Second half action comes when we get back to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Bills top the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Marlo!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard and thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Next, 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside. Parker Profit running the show back inside of network control. And then our broadcast crew here for the video streaming building. Gary LaPrairie, our director. Richard Martin, our replay operator. Then our camera crew, Katie Denton, Micah Edwards, and Mia Toribio. Glad that you're with us here on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Eagles Sports Network. Davis, Brennigan, Bush, Thomas, Dyer on the floor for Carson-Newman. Coker is still huddled up and receiving final instructions from Jared Merrill. The Cobras break out of the huddle with Onioti, Jones, Snell, Anderson, and Glenn Bynum. Coker ball to start the second half. Both these teams looking for offense. Carson-Newman didn't score over the final 2:53. Coker didn't hit a field goal over the final 4:51. Snell starts it off left of the lane with a jumper. Won't go down from 10 feet out off the back of the 10. Eagles grab the rebound and race front court. Luke Brennigan runs the point for Carson-Newman, trying to stop the skid and get Carson-Newman back in front against the Cobra zone. Davis at the free throw line, pull up, Jay, middle of the lane, rattles out no good, gets his own rebound off a tap by Thomas, tries to drop it off to Thomas left block, but it's deflected out of bounds by DeMar Anderson and stays with Carson-Newman. 18 to shoot. Eagles getting good looks at the rim. That was a nice attempt from Trip Davis. Not going in. Eagles inbounds comes to Bryant Thomas, and he's promptly fouled by Williams Onioti, and that will be his third. He played for much of the first half with 2 personals, but will exit with 3 here. First on the Cobras this half. Thomas not in the act of shooting, so the Eagles inbound from the right baseline with Ren Dyer. Dyer trickles Bush, left block. Bush one step, and he throws it down with 2 hands. 12 for Bush. That'll stop the streak easily for Carson-Newman. 28-26, first points for either team in 3 minutes of game action spanning the halftime break. Cobras get it front court. Head of the key for Jordan Jones. Fires inside, left block Bynum. Bynum up with the right hand. Thomas rejects it. There is career block 100 for Bryant Thomas. Second guy in school history with 100 career rejections. Eagles front court. Brennigan, right corner, pops for 3. Knocked down. Thomas, the defense on one end. Brennigan bombs away on the other. And the Eagles start the second half on a 5-0 burst. 31-26 with 18:36 to play in the second half. Cobras bring it front court. Right wing for DeMar Anderson. Out the head of the key, Jones. Low post for Anderson, left block. Spins around, flicks it out. Snell, left wing, tries a triple. Back iron, no. Thomas up for the rebound. Pass was deflected to Davis, but Davis corrals it in front of the Cobras bench. Eagles race front court. Davis, head of the key. Drives left to the lane. Stepping around a Cobra. And the Euro step draws a blocking foul. Trip Davis wincing as he is pulled up by Luke Brennigan. Charged the foul to Glenn Bynum, his second, team second. Davis says, I'm good, as Onioti back into the game replacing Bynum. Davis not in the act of shooting, so another opportunity for the Eagles to extend a 5-point lead. Dyer triggles to Davis, left block, gets by his defender and dumps it in off the window. 7-0 start to the period for Carson-Newman. 33-26, 2 minutes into the second half. Coker hasn't made a shot in nearly 7 minutes now. Cobras go to the left corner. Pump fake a 3, now drive the baseline for Anderson. Drop it off right block, Bellamy. He gets to the cup and lays it in. Good ball movement by DeMar Anderson. And Bellamy the finish to stop the Coker skid. 5-point lead for the Eagles, 33-28, 17:35 to play second half. Eagles front court. Bush gets it at the 10. Right hand hook won't fall, but he's fouled by Raymond Bellamy. Bellamy got him with the body, picks up his second and the team's third. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Bush with the first free throw, knocks it down, nothing but nylon. Back to a 6-point lead for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's beach volleyball program. You hear a lot of cheering. That is them. They are keyed up for this one. Down to the basket off to our right. Second free throw for Bush. Rims off left side. Free throw struggles continue for Carson-Newman. Just 2 of 7 as a team. 34-28, lead at 6 for Carson-Newman. Coker a 1 of 4 start from the field in the period. Cobras go to the right wing, now head of the key for Jones. Jones against Davis at the top of the key, feeds right elbow. Jay from Anderson won't fall. Bryant Thomas rips in the rebound on the right block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it right to left. Dyer at the head of the key. So the Cobras go back to their zone. Brennigan, right wing, sets it up. Under 17 to go in the second half. Eagles by 6. Dyer left elbow, kicks Brennigan, right point, open 3, rattles home. Dyer drops his third dime. Brennigan, bottom from deep, he's got 6. Lead 9 for the Eagles. An 11-2 start for the period for Carson-Newman. 37-28 Eagles, 16:30 to play in the second half. Coker with it front court. Onioti, left wing with the basketball. Drops it off for Jones, left wing, right around the Onioti screen. Feeds Snell right wing. Snell, hop step into the lane, lost the handle on it, but to Ray in the right corner. 4 to shoot. Ray, pin, feeds Onioti, right wing, heaves up a 3, air ball. Grabbed by Bush on the board, no shot clock violation. Eagles onto the offensive end. Davis, left wing, catch, transition 3, in and out, no good. Dyer grabs the offensive rebound, collides with DeMar Anderson. There's a whistle and a foul on Coker. It's the second personal on Anderson, the 4th team foul on the Cobras. 16:05 to play second half. Eagles an 11-2 run to open up the second stanza. Have the lowest scoring first half of basketball this season for Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman sets up the offense with Brennigan handling right wing. Left hand dribbles against Jordan Jones at the top of the zone. Dump it for Bush, right block, feeds Davis, cutting middle of the lane. Davis left hand, teardrop drops. 12 for Tripp. Eagles are up by double digits for the first time tonight off of this 13-2 run. 39-28, Carson-Newman, 15:40 to play in the second half. Coker just 1 made shot over the last 9 minutes of game action. Snell wants a left wing long 2. Back iron no, long rebound into the right corner, tracked down by Jones. And then Tripp Davis harassing him. And you've got a whistle and a foul on Davis, his first, team's first. And that brings us to a break in the action. 15:28 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 39, Coker 28. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
15:28 to play second half, 39-28. Carson-Newman a 13-2 start to the second period, while Coker has made just 1 shot in the last 10 minutes of game action. A Bellamy layup with 17:49 to play in the period. Eagles on defenses, the Cobras in blue road jerseys with gold numbers bring it left to right. Snell with it right wing. Skips it to the left wing for Jones. Jones drives on Davis. Davis cuts him off, 6 to shoot. Right wing Snell. Dyer there with a high hand. Snell flips it Jones, left point, hand in his face. 3, halfway down and out. Bowen snags the rebound at the left elbow for the Eagles. Carson-Newman brings it right to left, looking to extend this 11-point lead. Brennigan out of the key. Chest pass over to Davis, left wing. Back to Brennigan against the zone for the Cobras. Brennigan dribbling around on Snell, lobs to Bowens, right baseline. Trapped. Bowens looking to pass and flips it to the left wing. Davis, 8 to shoot. Davis, 6 and 5, skips it Dyer, right wing. 4 and 3, Dyer for Brennigan. It's deflected out of bounds with 1 on the shot clock. So Carson-Newman will need to hustle. 1 on the shot clock for the Eagles to get something off. And Raymond Bellamy will check in for Jalen Ray. Dyer will trigger from the right corner on the far side of the floor. Cobras guard the inbounds man. Dyer, lob at Davis, and the tip drill alley-oop draws a foul. DeMar Anderson clips him with the body, picks up his 3rd, team's 5th. And so Trip Davis will head to the free throw line. .36 to play in the second half, 39-28. Eagles by 11. Cobras with just 1 made basket over the last 10 minutes. Davis short on the free throw. Eagles have struggled from the line today. 2 of 8. The Carson-Newman team that's in the upper third of the league at 72% from the stripe on the season. 1 more free throw for Trip Davis. Lines it up, knocks that one down. 12-point lead for the Eagles is their biggest. 40-28, Carson-Newman, a 14-2 run for the Eagles to start the second half. Coker gets it onto the offensive end. Head of the key for Snell, into the high post, Jones. Jones dribbles it out, head of the key, back to Snell, right wing. Snell drives inside, fades, right baseline, tough 12-footer, rolls home for Janarius Snell. First made Coker bucket in over 3 minutes. 40-30, Eagles by 10. 14-10 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Dyer left baseline, sends it inside to Bowens right block, pumps, drops it off Dyer, cutting middle of the lane. His layup rolls in off the back iron. Ren Dyer with 5. Stat sheet stuffer kind of night for Ren. 5 points, 4 boards, 5 assists. Eagles back on top by 12 with 13:48 to play in the second half. Cobras with it front court, running the weave, head of the key for Bynum. Drop it off left side, wing for Jones. Jones into the lane, gets stripped by Davis, and then a whistle and a foul. Davis looked like he got the ball clean, then contacted as he came through and picks up his 2nd personal and the team's 2nd. All right, where Bryant Thomas gets 4 blocks to get to triple-digit blocks in his career. Eagles defense has been keyed up in the second half. Cobras just 2 of 9 from the field. Inbounds goes to Onioti, left wing, tries a triple, back of the rim, no good. Dyer grabs his 5th rebound. Pseudo triple-double watch for Rin, 5, 5, and 5. Takes something to get there, though. Eagles up by 12, turn it over. Butts from the right baseline, zings a pass intended for Tyler Bowens on the left block. That one too hot to handle. Butts needed to take a smidge of mustard on it. That was extra spicy. Cobras get the basketball back. Go into the left corner. Here's a 3 heaved up. Back of the rim, no good from Bellamy. Dyer rises for the rebound. No, pardon me, that was Daryl Gardner. 3 from the right wing from Brennigan won't go down. Coker grabs the rebound and brings it left to right in the navy blue road jerseys with gold numbers trimmed in white. 12-point lead for the Eagles. CN has started the second half on a 16-4 run. Cobras go inside to Jones. Teardrop from the middle of the lane won't fall. An offensive rebound grabbed by Jones. His putback blocked by Butts. Butts the rebound racing front court. Euro stepping to the cup. Whistle and an offensive foul on Joshua Butts. Butts steamrolled. I think it was Jones. His 1st and the team's 3rd. .42-30. Carson-Newman by 12. 12:42 to play in the second half. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, graphic design, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Cobras onto the offensive end. Swing it to the left baseline for Onioti. Drives to the cup, right-hand finger roll, falls through the cords. 42-32, Cobras cut it to 10 with 12-17 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman, the hot hand after halftime, 6 of 9 from the field and 2 of 4 from range. Eagles bring it front court. Dyer, right elbow, back to the basket, works inside on Anderson, spin around, Jay, free throw line, knocks it down from 15. That's 7 for Wren, lead back to 12 for the Eagles. 44-32, Carson-Newman with 11:50 to play in the second half. Cobras get it front court. Snell down the right side of the lane, barrels into Joshua Butts and draws a foul. This brings us to a break in the action. Butts with his second personal, the team's fourth. 11:46 to play in the second half. And Carson-Newman has a 12-point lead, 44-32 on the Cobras. Eagles looking for a 5th straight win. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:46 left in the second half, a 44-32 lead for Carson-Newman. Eagles opened the second stanza on a 14-2 run, while Coker went 10 minutes of game action with just one made basket spanning the halftime break. Final 4:50 of the first half and the first 6 minutes of the second half. Snell's at the line for the Cobras, trying to get this thing back down to 10 points with 2 free throws. Snell rattles the first one in. Clicked off the front lip of the rim, hit the back iron, the backboard, rolled around the left side, and then dropped through the hole. Snell, 10 of 12 at the stripe on the season. Eyes the second free throw, leaves this one short. Thomas has the rebound in the middle of the lane for the Eagles. 44-33, Carson-Newman by 11 with 11:40 to play in the second half. Eagles get it front court. Dyer at the free throw line. Drops it off Thomas right block. Kicks it Davis right wing. Davis. Tight defense from Gardner. Around the horn it goes. Left corner Brennigan. 10 to shoot. High post Davis. Turns around. Left hand leaner. Airballed it, but he draws a foul. Trip Davis got tripped in the act of shooting. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2 after Daryl Gardner, playing just his 5th game of the season, picks up his first, the team's 6th. Coker certainly has had the effort through adversity. I don't know if I've seen a team in this league with the roster issues that Coker has to navigate through. As Davis knocks down the first free throw to make it a 12-point game. No Chandler Lindsay, no Malcolm Kennedy, no Dakota Jennings. You've played major minutes for some guys who have only played 4 games this season. Thomas Tyler, one of them. Jalen Ray, one of them. Daryl Gardner, one of them. Davis 2 for 2 trip. Eagles have their biggest lead at 13. 46-33 with 11:15 to play in the second half. Coker to be commended for their effort here today. Cobras on the offensive end setting up shop. Left elbow. Anderson has it. Back to the right wing for Jones. Bringing it on him at the top of the zone. Slip it around to the left wing. Anderson tries a triple, and that one slices through the cords. Anderson, his first make from range on the day, makes it a 10-point game. 46-36, 10:45 to play in the second half. Eagles bring it onto their offensive end. Brennigan, left corner, has the basketball. Brennigan, step back, 3, on the way, rattles it in. 9 for Luke Brennigan, named the SAC Player of the Week today, and he sticks that one down through the nylon. 49-36 Eagles, 10:24 to play in the second half. Cobras front court. Bryant Thomas trips on the left block, and a whistle and a turnover. They call steps on the Cobras. Thought Thomas was about to be called for a foul, falling on the floor, but was screened in. The Coker player shuffled his feet first. Onioti with the turnover, his second. 49-36, Eagles by 13. And they bring it front court, looking to continue a string of making for their last five. Davis, high post, jumper up, middle of the lane, long off the heel. Reaching up to grab the rebound is Bellamy. And the Cobras bring it left to right, trailing by 13. 9:54 to play in the second half. Out of the key, Jones has it for the Cobras. Left around a Bellamy's screen. He gets stripped by Trip Davis, but Bryant Thomas with the hold from the backside. Second on Thomas, fifth on the Eagles. Davis has had several near misses, just like that one. Just 2 steals on the day for Trip. Could have like 5 if the whistles aren't blown. Cobras reset. Snell, right wing, tries the 3, buries that one over top of Ren Dyer. Snell made his first 3 threes, then missed his next 5, snaps that streak, and leads the Cobras with 17. Coker keeping it within striking distance. Down by 10. We've had an answer for everything after the Eagles started the half on that 14-2 run. 49-39 Eagles, 9:15 to play in the second stanza. Dyer, right wing, slings it down to the left block, Thomas. Thomas shuffles his feet, travels, gives the basketball back to the Cobras. 8th turnover for the Eagles. Coker ball. 9:11 to play in the second half, 49-39. Coker's made its last 3 shots. Cobras with an opportunity to cut this to single digits on this possession after trailing by as many as 13. Right of the lane. Bellamy kicks left wing for Anderson, a triple. Back of the rim, no good. Loose ball, middle of the lane, grabbed by Davis. Davis gets it front court to Bryant Thomas, right wing. Thomas bounces it back to Davis at the hash mark, and the Eagles will slow things down and reset. Just kidding. Dyer, left wing, flashes for 3. Bullseye. Ren Dyer into double figures. He has 10. And it's a 52-39 lead for the Eagles with 8:30 to play in the second half. Coker, front court. Onioti spinning his way left baseline. Gets to the rim and draws a foul. Charge it to Bush. His second, team 6th. And 2 free throws for Williams Onioti. And Coker burns a timeout, so we will step aside for a break as well. 52-39. Carson-Newman has the lead on the Cobras, looking for a 5th straight win this season. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military. I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard or thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
8:25 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman started the second stanza on a 14-2 run and built what has been as big as a 13-point lead. That's where it is right now, in fact. And playing keep away from Coker. 8:25 to play in the second half. 52-39 Eagles. Cobras send Williams Onioti to the free throw line for his first foul shots of the day. Onioti 64% at the stripe on the season. It has not been a free throw shooting clinic here inside of Holt today. Teams have combined 7 of 15 from the line. Coker's 2 for 4. Oneoti sizes up the first free throw and cans it. He's got 7. Comes into this game as the active leading scorer for the Cobras at 11.9 points a game. It's because there's no Chandler Lindsay tonight. There's no Malcolm Kennedy. There's no Dakota Jennings on the floor for the Cobras. Second free throw for Oneoti. Converts. 11-point game. 52-41 Eagles. 8:25 to play second half. Full court pressure on for the Cobras. And Luke Brennigan will break across the middle of the floor to break it for the Eagles. Brennigan, Thomas, Bush, Dyer, Davis for Carson-Newman. Zone defense by the Cobras. Dyer, head of the key. Flips it over to Brennigan, left wing. 3-2 zone for the Cobras with 10 to shoot. Davis, left corner. Glides inside, kicks out Dyer, right point. 6 and 5. Dyer dribbles free throw line. Pull up, 15-footer. Dyer, high difficulty. Knocks it down. He's got 12. Back to a 13-point lead for the Eagles, 54-41. Carson-Newman, 7 of 14 from the field after halftime. Better than 70%. Or 10 of 14 from the field, I should say. Cobras onto the offensive end. Loose ball, middle of the lane. Bynum lost it. Thomas and Dyer tie him up. Jump ball, possession arrow to Carson-Newman. And that brings us to a break in the action. 7:35 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 54 and Coker 41. Turn to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
.735 to play in the second half, 54-41. Carson-Newman the lead in the basketball. Eagles have shot the cover off the ball after halftime, 71% from the field, and they have really gotten the job done on the glass. It was -6 at the break. Rebounding to Cobras as Bowens, long Hail Mary into the front court. Butts goes up and grabs it. And that'll break the press with one pass. Davis flicks it, right corner, Brennigan draws a trap, skip out, Dyer left wing. Dyer drives inside, feeds Brennigan, right corner, steps left, pump fakes the three, drops it off Bowens, right block. Bowens, 13 to shoot, feeds a cutting Davis, middle of the lane. Davis, through contact, whistles it in off the window, smooches for Tripp, count the basket plus a foul. Bellamy with his third, the team's 7th. Carson-Newman has its biggest lead of the night at 15. 56-41, Davis to the stripe. He's got 16 to pace the Eagles. Pardon me, 17 to pace the Eagles. Bends the knees, shoots the free throw. Back of the rim, no good. Snell wins the rebound from Dyer on the left side of the lane. That was 4-on-1 versus Wren. Lead holds at 15 for the Eagles. 56-41 with 7:04 to play in the second half. Cobras onto the offensive end. Left corner for Oneoti. Guarded tightly by Bowens at the base of the zone. Oneoti draws a trap, kicks it out to Snell, right wing, out to the head of the key for Jones. Pull up Jay with 4 to shoot. Middle of the keyhole. In and out, no good, and Dyer the rebound. His 7th in the middle of the lane. Dyer slings it inside Bowens, grabs it left block, kicks it out to the left corner, Davis. Davis dribbling through traffic, lost the handle on it, out of bounds, last touch by Tripp. 9th turnover for the Eagles. Coker winless on the road since February 26th, 2020. 10th longest active road losing streak in the country at 13 games. Down 15 right now to the Eagles with 6:30 to play in the second half. 56-41 Eagles as the Cobras bring it from left to right. Snell feeds it into the high post, Onioti. Onioti tied up by Tripp Davis. Whistle. And Tripp gets called for the reach. Third on Davis, seventh on the Eagles, 1-1 for Williams Onioti. Coker hasn't made a field goal in the last 3 minutes. The tail of the tape was the 10-minute stretch spanning the halftime break from roughly the 5-minute mark to the 15-minute mark of the second half, where they made just one single solitary field goal. Onioti lines up the free throw, misses the front end long off the heel. Dyer had the rebound but lost it. It's saved in by Bellamy, out of bounds, and goes to Carson-Newman. Credit a rebound there to Ren Dyer, then 2 turnovers. So Dyer sitting on 8 boards. And the officials are checking the shot clock. And whether or not Dyer had possession and then Bellamy had possession. They say reset the shot clock. So Brian White on the nose with the stats. Shot clock at 30, indicating 2 turnovers and a Ren Dyer rebound. 2 boards away from his 6th career double-double. 4 assists as well on triple-double watch. Brennigan, right wing, trapped, feeds Bowens right baseline. Bowens skips it left corner, Dyer. Dyer dribbles inside, kick out, Brennigan right wing. Brennigan drives, stops, middle of the lane, floats it, Dyer left block. That pass errant, and Williams Onioti intercepts it. Cobras get the steal and bring it front court, trailing by 15. Haven't scored in 2 minutes. Cobras against the zone. Go inside for Bellamy, twirls and hits Jones, cutting right block. Jones layup, swatted away by Dyer, butts the rebound. Dyer will give it to Luke Brennigan, and the Eagles will bring it right to left, leading by 15. Dyer, the free throw line, Bowens. Bowens drives, right block. He shot that. He was falling to the ground and flung it up, hoping for a foul. Off the backboard, nothing else, and Onioti comes away with it for the Cobras on the left block. Coker brings it left to right. Head of the key for Anderson. Anderson dribbles to the right wing, stops, passes up top, Snell. Snell back to the right corner for Anderson. Drives inside, gets to the cup, circus shot, swirls around the iron and drops through the nylon. High difficulty for DeMar Anderson. 56-43, Eagles by 13. That stops a 3-minute scoring drought for the Cobras. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes, though. Brennigan drops it off. Butts left block. Butts rises up and throws it down with the right hand. Butts with the bunny hop to jam it down. Eagles by 15, and now the Cobras call for time. And this will bring us to a break in the action. 4:25 to play in the second half. And Carson-Newman holds a 58-43 lead on the Cobras. Back to Holt Fieldhouse for the final 4:25 after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer. You're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
.425 left in the second half, a 58-43 lead for Carson-Newman over Coker. This game was tied, 26 at the halftime break, lowest scoring first half of the season for the Eagles. Started the second half on a 14-2 run. Haven't looked back for the Eagles. Coker with it on the offensive end. The left wing, Anderson has it, bounces it down to the left block for Bellamy. His shot sent the other way by Bryant Thomas. Dyer the rebound, outlets it to Brennigan running the left side of the lane. He finger rolls it home. 60-43, Eagles up by 17. Dyer 3 assists and a rebound away from a triple-double. Left wing, Anderson heaves up a 3, left it short front of the 10. Rebound tapped out of bounds by the Cobras' Bynum. And the ball goes back to Carson-Newman. 3:51 to play in the second half. 60-43. Carson-Newman the lead. Been a great defensive half for the Eagles. They've limited the Cobras below 30% shooting in the second half. The clock didn't start soon enough on the inbounds for the officials' taste. They'll adjust that. And 27 put on the shot clock for the Eagles. Full court pressure for the Cobras. Eagles break it. Dyer, right wing. Lobs, Thomas left block, lands, pumps, right hand floater. Thomas knocks it down. Dyer hit a new career high, has 8 assists. Eagles are up by 19. 62-43, Eagles 3:30 to play in the second half. Cobras with it front court. Head of the key for Anderson. Swings it left wing. Snell tries a triple, missed it off to the left. Thomas had the rebound, poked out of his hands by Snell. Snell goes into the right corner to grab it and steps on the sideline. 62-43, Eagles by 19. Dyer, 12 points, 9 boards, 8 assists. A rebound and 2 assists away from a triple-double. It would be the 5th in Carson-Newman men's basketball history, and the first by somebody not named Charles Clark, who had 4 of them in his career. 62-43 Eagles. 3:10 to play in the second half. Dyer left corner, feeds Bush head of the key. Tap it down to Thomas left block. Thomas through contact, can't get the layup to fall. Grabs his own rebound and has it lost out of bounds off of DeMar Anderson's foot. So it stays with Carson-Newman. Eagles a little 6-0 flurry here to get the lead out to 19. Biggest lead of the day for Carson-Newman. 70% from the field after halftime for the Eagles. Dyer inbounds it off of somebody's. Keister gets it and throws it down with 2 hands. The guile from the freshman. Eagles by 21. 64-43. Eagles, Thomas a deflection. Out of bounds, nearly into our laps. 2:46 to play second half. 64-43 Carson-Newman. Eagles leaving no doubt in this one. A 12-2 flourish for the Eagles. Carson-Newman on pace for one of its best defensive performances of the season, limiting Coker to 43 points. Part of this has been the style of play. Coker has elected to take things deep into the shot clock nearly every time. Been a low possession game. Onioti, a feed, right block, has his shot rejected by Bush. The outlet tapped away, stolen by Ray. Get it down to the right block where Dyer steals it away from Onioti. Outlet it to Davis. Davis one dribble, coasting to the rim, lays it down. 9 assists for Dyer. He's a board and a dime away from a triple-double. 66-43. Eagles by 23. Coker on to the offensive end. Head of the key for Anderson. Anderson pivots, passes, right elbow Snell. Snell dribbles inside. Thomas redirects it. Dyer grabs his 10th rebound. Dyer off to the races, rolling to the rim, finger rolls it home. He's got the double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 4 went, the 10th assist. 68-43. Eagles a 12-0 run to extend things out. 99 seconds left. Dyer in need of the assist to find the 5th triple-double in Carson-Newman history. Free throw line. Pull up for Anderson, Anderson. Loses into the left corner. Brennigan forces the turnover. 16 points. Oh, no, check that. There's a foul, not a turnover. It's the 4th on Bellamy, the 8th team foul on the Cobras. And 1-1 to the other end for, I believe, Luke Brennigan. So Brennigan to shoot 1-1 with a chance to extend a 25-point lead. No, missed it. Front of the rim. Eagles 5 of 13 for the line today. Been about the only negative for Carson-Newman. Coker with it front court. Free throw line. Onioti turns, bounces a pass, left block, up and under move. Ray lays it in through contact with Thomas. Count the basket plus a foul. That's the 3rd on Thomas. The 8th on the Eagles. Nick Brennigan, John Zhao into the game, replacing Luke Brennigan and Trip Davis. Well, the result not in doubt now. Eagles have put this one to bed with a 16-2 run. The question, is there a triple-double in the making for Ren Dyer? He needs 1 assist. Has 16 points, 10 boards, and 9 dimes. And Dyer still on the floor with Bowens, Hodgic, Zhao, and Nick Brennigan. 2nd free throw is in for Ray. 68-46. Eagles with it front court. Nick Brennigan dribbles to the right wing. Slips it, Zhao, right corner, catch, long 2, bends out left side, no, feeds Dyer, drop it down to Bowens, left block, turn and shoot, Jay, no, missed it off the front of the 10. 68-46, Eagles by 22 with 50 seconds left. Maybe one more chance for Dyer to get that 10th assist. Bellamy, head of the key, walks with a basketball. Turnover number 14 for the Cobras. And the Eagles get the ball back with 41 seconds left. Well, the drama in the result is over. Eagles are up by 22 with 41 seconds left. The question, does Dyer have a 10th assist in his hands for the 5th triple-double in Carson-Newman basketball history? Dyer has it left wing. 34 seconds left. Dyer dribbles to the free throw line, lost the handle on it, turned it over to Hodge. Hodge off to the races, gliding to the rim, rolls it in with the right hand off the glass. 25 seconds left. And Carson-Newman can dribble out the final moments in this one, unless Ren Dyer wants that 10th assist. Nick Brennigan, hounded by Hodge. 10 on the game clock. And the Eagles will let the final moments dribble out in this one. Final score from Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman 68, Coker 48. The Eagles, a dominant second half effort sparked by a 14-2 run to start the period. And the Eagles prevail for a 5th consecutive game by a final score of 68-48. So Ren Dyer misses out on the triple-double, 16 points, 10 boards, but a career high, 9 assists for Ren. Could have had it, had a fast break opportunity, and elected to put it in the points himself instead of, I think it was Trip Davis was down on the right block, could have dropped it off for the dime. Still had some other chances. Tyler Bowens missed a bucket. At the end of the day, though, what matters is that Carson-Newman wins. Final score of 68-48 over the Coker Cobras. Eagles, their 5th straight W. Improved to 12-5 on the year and 9-4 in sack play. While the Cobras winless over their last 14 road games, they dropped to 3-12 and 3-9 in South Atlantic Conference play. Domino's post-game report is headed your way next when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Three won't go down, but Bush elevates and detonates.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, the official beverage of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Quality Suites, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside in Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman prevails over the Coker Cobras by a final score of 68-48. Carson-Newman dominates the second half. This was a 26-26 ball game at the halftime break, and then the Eagles just get hot after halftime. Carson-Newman shoots 65% from the field in the second half, goes 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, and limits Coker to 30.8% shooting after halftime to win it, running away. The 48 points allowed are a season low by a Carson-Newman opponent. And the Eagles' lowest score by an opponent since Southern Wesleyan had 50 in a 67-50 win for the Eagles in a game played at Southern Wesleyan on November 9th, 2018. So the defense does the job, and the offense clicks into business in the second half to prevail by 20 over the Cobras. So Carson-Newman prevails, 5th straight win for the Eagles, while the Cobras lose a 14th consecutive road game. So final score from Holt Fieldhouse, 68-48. This is the Domino's post-game report. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. They've got a deal for you. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID, or get 25% off your entire order when you bring in your business card at lunch. So Carson-Newman gets the job done over the Coker Cobras. It improves to 12-5 on the year and 9-4 in South Atlantic Conference play in a phenomenal second half after the lowest scoring first half of the season for the Eagles. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck had some struggles in the first half, lowest scoring first half of basketball for the Eagles this year, but really clicked into gear in the second half. What adjustments did you make to win this one running away, and really from the outset of the second half with that 14-2 run?
I'm not sure. You know, if you look at the first half just in terms of points allowed, 26 points allowed is good, and not as good as 22 the second half, but it's still good. And it's not like they shot the ball really well either the first half. I didn't like our rebounding necessarily the first half on either end, but I felt like the biggest difference was the second half. We were extra zesty defensively, more mindful of where number 5 was, but we were able to create separation by taking our stops and generating transition points, and just really sort of established our offense a little bit better, I thought.
A lot of individual conversation from this one. We'll start with Bryant Thomas. 6 blocks to match his own school record. Third time he's done that, and a slew of other guys with 6 rejections in a single game in their career. But that puts them into triple digits, and now within striking distance of Andy Tipton's career blocks record. Gets it done in a major way tonight, protecting the rim.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're very, very fortunate to have a Bryant Thomas, and we know what he can do. And I love the fact we still got him for the rest of this season and next. So I expect him to continue just to be a dominant defensive presence on this team.
Ren Dyer, nearly.
Yeah.
In fact, if we could change the rules of basketball, he would have a triple-double. Passed it to himself off of someone's keister for a dunk. But you can't have an assist and a made field goal. That's the NCAA rule. I did look it up.
I'll be honest with you. Our end-out offense tonight was a 10. It was a 10. I mean, you mentioned the rear bump dunk, the slip that Ren fed Tripp on the end-out, the BT's dive. I mean, Ren was clicking on the end. That's because he's the guy that facilitates. He's the passer, and I've got a little confidence to trust him when he's got the ball to bounce. It was really nice.
Let's talk about Ren as a whole. 16 points, 10 boards, 9 assists. Again, if he could pass the ball to himself, he'd have 10 assists. What'd you see out of him today?
Hold on a minute. Cav, wait a minute. Is that from Mama Zal? That can't be sideways. That can't be sideways. That's got to be. Okay, she's done it again. She's done it again. She's done it again. Who's that? Is that for Cav? Congratulations.
You don't get one.
Congratulations.
Cav told me.
Oh. We're all eating from Mama Zal's kitchen tonight, so everything's good.
That might not make it back to the house, Chuck.
That's fair. I'm not. Yeah, mine will only because I'm going to share. But I understand if I had to stay here late like you do,
that might not make it back to the house tonight.
I get it.
I might be a good. Anyway, Ren Dyer.
Ren, man. Dyer. You said it. Double equals win when Ren. Double equals win with Ren.
I don't even have to do the work.
Yeah,
You're coming up with the slogans for me.
Yeah, man. 16, 10, and 9. I wish he could have got it. But we got to win. He likes winning more than he does getting accolades. I can promise you that. But he was playing very, very good tonight, and I'm so happy for him because as you and I both know, man, he had such a tough start because of all the stuff with the surgeries and the ankle sprain and the flu, and then if it could go wrong, it went wrong. But today, man, it was all right.
Hold Coker to just one made basket over a 10-minute stretch spanning the halftime break. Unbelievably, it's the second straight game you've done something like that.
Yeah.
Did it to LR on Saturday, do it to Coker today on Monday. Is the zone just clicking right now?
Well, I think we're getting a little bit more comfortable. Like I said, we were so. I mean, think about it. Think about the games that we missed with Tripp at first. Think about the games we missed with Ren. That core group of guys that started every game last year are finally getting into more of a rhythm and more of a flow together. And then the guys that come off the bench are adding value too. That's the one thing that we have, Kevin. You know this. You know how I love these guys from top to bottom, man. We got so many guys that are capable. There's just not enough minutes to go around. But when I put somebody in the game, I'm confident they're going to do the job and do it well. And so we just, the longer this team is together, I think the better they team to perform on the defensive end.
Let's talk about some of the ancillary stuff today. This game was played with a lot of snow on the ground outside. Got to give credit to Ondas Webster and the facilities crew. The parking lots were sparkling.
Man.
To a degree, too. Jefferson County roads, phenomenal. Normally, you might hit the panic button with the snow and ice. And credit to Coker for getting here.
Well, let's work our way through this. First of all, probably the least slick place in Jefferson County proper was here on our campus. Thanks to Ondas Webster and his crew. I came here today thinking, well, it's gonna be nasty from the house to here. But I got over here, man. Ground a little bit wet, but they had basically made the parking lot perfect for us. Obviously, Coker, we're really appreciative of the fact that they came here. Obviously, we thought they may not be able to, but they did. So thank you to Coach Merrill and their institution. And then it was a good, I think they needed this game. We needed this game after going 422 days between competing. So, thank yous to everybody that allowed us to play and our team. I mean, we talk a lot about thankfulness and being thankful when we get a chance to play because we're promised nothing. And today was something we wanted to have, and we got it.
Add one more to that. The weather, no question. You didn't need to be out today if you didn't have somewhere to be. But Carson-Newman Beach volleyball certainly made it feel like it was loud in the Fieldhouse today.
Yes, I'm going to tell you what, those ladies, I mean, from the get-go, they were all lined up down there and just having a good time, and we were all very aware of that. So thank you to Coach Ashley, Coach Kat, and all the volleyball ladies, beach volleyball that were here and really, I think, give us an edge.
Credit Coker for one thing, too. When we were talking pregame, we didn't focus a ton on the individual aspects of the Cobras. No Chandler Lindsay tonight, no Malcolm Kennedy tonight, no Dakota Jennings tonight. A lot of roster issues that Jared Merrill's having to work through, and yet effort, enthusiasm, energy still present there for the Cobras.
Oh, I mean, look, he's trying to build something. And he's doing a good job. Now, they've had their fair share of adversity, more than their fair share. But he's making moves with his roster and trying to do it with guys that fit what he's trying to build, that fit culturally, that are about a lot of the things that he wants to be about. And there's a lot of things that we want to be about too, So he's had to make some tough decisions with his roster. But I'm sure that he feels like it's in the best interest of the program. And you saw it, man. Those guys play hard. They don't give up despite the adversity. They kept on competing. And, he's got young guys, playing a lot of young guys. So I think the future only looks bright for Coach Merrill and his staff.
All right, turn your attention to a little bit of a layoff. No game Wednesday. That has been the Bye week since the SAC schedule came out, but then 3 straight on the road in 6 days. Wingate, Anderson, LMU, all lined up next week. How do you build upon this 5-game win streak to start 2022 with an eye on some really tough road games ahead?
First things first, we're going to relax today, or the rest of the day. Tomorrow, I'm hoping we'll be back in school tomorrow with the weather like it is. It may be delayed, but our guys will be in class tomorrow. We won't do anything tomorrow. Then we'll spend Wednesday, Thursday, Friday preparing for Saturday, and we'll continue to move forward. There's no question about it that the 3 in a row at Wingate, at Anderson, at LMU will be challenging. But our guys understand that it's all about us controlling what we can control and focusing on one opponent at a time and positioning ourselves to do our jobs the correct way. And so we're not looking at it collectively. We're looking at just the next one, which is our practice on Wednesday, and the next opponent being Wingate on Saturday. And we'll go forward from that standpoint.
All right, Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on a 20-point home win.
Is there anything else we need to discuss, Kev? I just feel like we're missing something. I don't know what it is.
I took us along a lot of ancillary pass, 23 assists. We didn't talk about that. Really didn't talk a lot about the rebounding turn. Kind of let that one fall by the wayside.
Okay, we can end it like this. We both have nice big buckets of authentic, homemade Chinese food.
John Zhao's
Thanks
mom
to
knows how to get
Mama
it done.
Zhao, and we're fired up about that.
All right, Chuck.
Thanks, Kevin.
Go enjoy some chow mein.
See ya.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson, Bryant Thomas, Trip Davis, Ren Dyer are all lined up. We'll go ahead and do Trip Davis. He made the veteran move of quickly coming to the table. Pretty good opportunity for us to go through our AEC electrifying play of the game while Trip gets settled. Of course, it's got to be Ren Dyer. The pass off of a keister for a dunk. That's our AEC electrifying play.
70% from the field after halftime for the Eagles. Dyer inbounds it off of somebody's keister, gets it, and throws it down with 2 hands. The guile from the freshman. Eagles by 21. 64-43.
So that is our AEC electrifying play of the game. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC, your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Adam Cavalier joined courtside by Trip Davis here on the Domino's post-game report. Trip, high-quality effort, 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting. Felt like you had 7 assists, but were whistled for reaches at every turn today. Or 7 steals, I should say.
Yeah.
Defense does the job throughout. What did you see out of this team tonight to turn a tie game at the halftime break into a 20-point blowout?
Coach gave us a good talk. We knew what we had to do, which was defend the rebound. And they got a lot of second chance opportunities first half. I think they had they were out rebounding us by 6
plus
in the first
5.
half. Yeah, plus 5. And so we knew if we just would rebound, we could convert that to points.
What was the turning point? You held them with just one made basket over a 10-minute stretch, spanning the halftime break. Was there a moment within that where you kind of felt?
We made an adjustment on offense. We let the bigs stay low and let the guards kind of go in and out of the high post. And I feel like we got a lot of good shots out of that, and we got a lot of good passes out of that as well. But it all came down to defense. That's what it really came down to. BT, I think he had 6 blocks.
Yeah, matches the school record.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's what it leads to. When we get stops, we can score anytime we want.
What is it like with him back there guarding the rim?
We want to force everything to the outside. So if somebody gets past me, I know it's a 75% chance that it's either getting blocked or it's going to be a stop. So that's I feel real comfortable with Brian behind me.
Turn your attention to a really tough 3-game road trip in 6 days. At Wingate, at Anderson, at Lincoln Memorial. 5 straight wins to start 2022. How do you build on it knowing that the difficulty level is through the roof next week?
We just got to stay focused on us. We know what we do, which is defend and rebound. And as long as we do that, we're going to give ourselves a great chance to win.
All right, Trip. Pleasure as always. Congrats on a 20-point home win.
You.
That is senior guard Trip Davis. Bryant Thomas, Ren Dyer to the microphone when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
I joined the Guard for the simple fact that I could be home and also in the military. So I can have a civilian job and also in the military.
Final!
I would tell somebody who's trying to join the Guard or thinking about it that it's a great opportunity. Opportunities for school, training, discipline, leadership. There's a lot of opportunities. It broadens your perspective.
Text 278-ACR to 70000 to join the Tennessee Army National Guard.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier joined courtside following the Eagles' 68-48 win over the Coker Cobras by junior center Bryant Thomas. PT, shot blocking, pretty good at it. 6 blocks. Third time that you have matched the single-game block record, which is held by about 5 different guys. You are now the only one to do it 3 times. But also 103 blocks for your career. Second man in program history with triple-digit blocks. What does that mean to you to do it in really 2.5 years?
It means a lot, especially for this program. My mindset is to go be a defensive stopper and block shots, affect shots at the rim. That's my job, and I just came to do my job today.
Really did it in the second half. Coker goes 10 minutes with just 1 made shot, spanning the halftime break. What was it? Not just your defense, but the zone in totality that was so dominant tonight.
Yeah, we had to try to take away shot types. I know Coker's a good team. I know they can make shots. Our goal was just to make it hard on defense and then run in transition once we get stops. That's all it was.
How much did the pace of play impact things today? You've not played a team this year that has been willing to take it down to the horn of the shot clock every time. Did it take a moment to get settled with that?
Yeah, it took us a moment for us to get going. That zone, we had to figure out how to get some cuts in there, flashes in there, get in paint. But, that's what we did. We just tried to get the ball moving a little bit and try to score.
The turning point was a 14-2 run to start the second half. Was there a moment in there that you felt like things were headed Carson-Newman's way after playing even for the first 20 minutes?
Our mindset was really on just focusing on just keep defending, really. We wasn't really worried about the scoreboard. We just took every possession serious and try to get stops.
All right, BT, congrats on 100 career blocks, and congrats on a 20-point home win.
Thank you.
That is junior center Bryant Thomas as Carson-Newman prevails 68-48 over the Coker Cobras. No other sack action on hand today. This was the only show in town. Carson-Newman's women also won earlier today over the Cobras, 93-65, behind 22 points from Braylon Weichel and 21 points and 8 rebounds from Lindsey Taylor. So a solid Monday matinee all the way around inside of Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman men's basketball improves to 12-5 on the year and 9-4 in South Atlantic Conference play. We're joined courtside by Ren Dyer. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside a man who one assist short of a triple-double. 16 points, 10 rebounds, a career high, still 9 assists. What was working for you today, Ren?
Yeah, just, ball movement and finding my guys. And, those 9 assists don't come without them knocking down the shots. So credit to them. And, yeah, they made me look good.
You went through probably as much adversity as anybody through the first, arguably, back to, June, July?
Yeah.
Shoulder, ankle, flu. COVID, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It feels like you're getting your feet.
No doubt.
You.
Yeah, it feels good. It's been tough. It's definitely it's been tough to deal with, but I'm starting to get going, and it feels good.
Have you been able to impart anything as you face this adversity to your teammates?
Really just enjoy every minute of it. They've helped me a ton, and just keeping my confidence up and believing in me even when I didn't. And that's they have no idea what they've done for me, and yeah.
Offense was kind of at a premium early. Struggled to score over the final 6 minutes of the first half, but then the can popped off to start the second half with a 14-2 run. What changed offensively first half to second half?
I think we came out and we got that momentum going, and they couldn't stop it. We were knocking down shots, finding the open man, and really it started with our defense. We started really focusing in, and made it hard for them to score, and yeah.
They were a bit of a powder keg early. Snell made his first 4 shots, his first 3 threes, but then after that, really the clamps down defensively.
Yeah.
Was there any adjustment that needed to be made, or was it just the effort shined through late?
Especially 5 early in the game. I think he hit 3 on us real quick, and going into the second half, we put a spotlight on him and just made sure that if he's got the ball, we're not leaving him, and we're gonna shed to him a little bit and pay it off.
Turn your attention to a really tough 3-game road trip.
Yeah.
At Wingate Saturday, at Anderson Monday, at Lincoln Memorial next Wednesday. How do you learn from these first 5 of 22 with 3 really tough challenges away from home on the horizon?
Right. Yeah. We got the ball rolling, and we just need to keep it up. And I think that it's going to test us, and we're going to face some adversity, and we're going to see how we respond, and I think we'll handle it well.
All right, Ren, thanks for the time. Congrats on a banner performance. One assist shy of the triple-double.
Thank you, Gav.
That is freshman guard Ren Dyer as Carson-Newman prevails over the Coker Cobras 68-48. We are back at it on Wednesday. There's a single women's game against Emory and Henry as the Lady Eagles step out of conference play on Wednesday at 5:30. We're on the air at 5:15 p.m. Our next presentation of men's basketball is Saturday when the Eagles travel to Cuddy Arena to take on the Wingate Bulldogs. That is a doubleheader with the women, with an airtime of 1:45 for the women's game. Tip-off at 2 for the women, 4 p.m. tip for the men. For our entire crew today, Parker Profit running the show back inside of Network Control, and then our fantastic video crew here in Holt Fieldhouse, our director, Gary LaPrairie, replay operator, Richard Martin, and then our camera crew, Micah Edwards, Mia Toribio, and Katie Denton. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Once again, the final score, it is Carson-Newman 68 and Coker 48. We'll be with you on Wednesday for women's basketball against Emory and Henry. Till then, stay safe out there and have a pleasant rest of your holiday weekend. Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, the official beverage of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Quality Suites, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watdrang, Richard Big Daddy Martin, Brian White, and Justin J-Dog Franklin. I'm staff announcer Carl Shannon. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.